Hi, how are you doing today? We're going to start a series of 5 to 7 minute messages on Paul's thorny question, or Paul's thorn in the flesh. I brought a dead limb of a thorn bush, and apparently Paul had one of these suckers in his flesh. But exactly what was that? So let's turn to 2 Corinthians 12, verse 7. It says, even because of the extraordinary character of the revelations, or what God was showing Paul. Therefore, so I would not become arrogant, that he would not feel like he's better than the other apostles and teachers of his day. A thorn in the flesh, and like I said, one of these, and these, it's hard to get a grasp of this branch because there's so many thorns on it. One of these thorns, a thorn in the flesh, was given to me. A messenger of Satan, singular, a messenger, someone that comes and speaks on behalf of another, was given to me to trouble me, so that I would not become arrogant. Paul was given a thorn in the flesh. But what was it? Let's look in the Bible to see if a thorn was mentioned anywhere else. Let's turn to Numbers 33, verse 55. And this is Moses penning God's word. But if you do not drive out the inhabitants of the land before you, and this is when the Israelites came out of the land of Egypt and they were going to the promised land. The problem is that there were people already on their land, and it included giants. And Moses, speaking on behalf of God, he says, if you do not drive out these inhabitants or people out of the land before you, then those whom you allow to remain will be irritants in your eyes, like have you ever gotten something in your eye and it waters and it's very unpleasant, or thorns in your side, and will cause you trouble in the land where you'll be living. So anyway, in Numbers 33:55, Moses said that the people that they left in the land would be thorns in their side. In Joshua 23, verse 12 through 13, now this is Joshua penning the words of God, or God speaking through Joshua. But if you turn away and make alliances with these nations that remain near you, now in Numbers 33:55, it was the people, inhabitants of the land, inside of the land, that they didn't clear out. But in this case, it's the nations around the promised land. And you intermarry with them and establish friendly relations with them. Know for certain that the Lord our God will no longer drive out these nations from before you. So God won't be on your side if you intermarry and you establish friendly relationships with the people that don't belong to God. They will ensnare you and entrap you. They will be a whip that tears your side. And he uses an analogy. These are analogies. And thorns, here we are, thorns that blind your eyes. This thorn would be in your eye. Ouch. Until you disappear from the good land the Lord your God gave you. So this is the second witness. This is people in Numbers 33:55 and Joshua 23:12 through 13. Now in Judges 2 verse 2 through 3, God is speaking through the author. He says, you shall make no covenant, no agreement with the inhabitants of this land. You shall tear down their altars. But you have not obeyed my voice, Why have you done this? Therefore I also say to you, I will not drive them out before you. But they shall be as thorns, people will be as thorns in your side, and their gods will be a snare to you. So that's three witnesses. Moses in Numbers 33:55, Joshua in 23:12 through 13, and Judges 2:2 through 3. The Bible repeatedly uses the thorn analogy of ungodly people that persecuted God's people. So this is evidence that the thorn in Paul's side, and he was a theologian, and he knew the analogy. He said it was a messenger of Satan, and a messenger is normally a person, and it's an analogy. Like sometimes we use a pain in the neck. A lot of times we're talking about somebody or a situation. May God bless you, and we'll continue on this series next time.